Um, hey everybody, um, I'm Max Infeld. I'm here with Duane, and we're custodians of the KROWN DAC. Um, and today we're just going to go over how to make a proposal. We're going to show you some problems with the existing interface, and then we're going to do a manual proposal through blocks. Um, yeah, and so Duane and I are proponents to the KROWN DAC, original custodians. Um, And even though the interface doesn't work, we can still use this as a DAO through the smart contracts and get tokens to the members for proposals. Yeah, Duane, I'll let you introduce yourself and the website.
Perfect. Thanks so much. Yeah, seems like decades, but I guess it's been what, 2018? 2018 we launched KROWN and had the help of EOSDAC to use their DAC software that slowly became the DAC factory. And yeah, some really nice tools when it was working. One of them was automatically adding the custodians that were, had the highest votes from the community into a multisig. So, before we have a worker proposal and the option to move funds around, we have to create an account and add all the custodians on it. So doing that manually would take a lot. So that was one really, feature that we kind of just took for granted, that, based on who's the top 11 candidates are added to the multisig every 28 days in the case of KROWN DAC. That functionality right now is not there. So maybe in a separate video, we could show all the heartaches of just even setting up that account to have a list of, people that do the multisig. Yeah, maybe we'll leave that for another day because that's a whole thing. Right now, we do have, whenever we've had our last election, I believe it's probably like 6 months ago, at least that list of accounts on our multisig, right? But that was one functionality. We rewarded people out of our Telegram to come engage with governance. And the first thing they'd have to do is become a member and sign the Constitution. So it was a nice barrier to see if people are real. There wasn't huge bot benefits to come sign a Constitution or vote for us. The second thing was a utilization for the KROWN token was all about governance. So once people signed up as a member, they could vote and use their KROWN to vote for the candidates. The nice thing is when it did work, the proposals system, we'd still do in-person meetings or our KROWN DAC meeting and get ideas from the community brought to custodians. And, we'd usually agree on most of them. We took a risk because KROWN was more just to go through this process. It wasn't worth, a lot. We would put in the proposal, send the money, and then see if the person would do the work. So it's just the way we set things up. It could be done differently. We could wait for people to do the work and then do the proposal. This flushed out a lot of community members, and we found like 90% of the people were honest. And I guess as a small group, we just kind of thought if someone didn't do the work, it'd be unlikely to get another proposal, right? But I'll show you how nice and simple. This doesn't work, but I can show you the screens of how easy it was to make a proposal. In the manage DAC, I'm going to just cut and paste our current proposal from Joanna to co-create a book about DACs. So you put some of the narrative in here. What is this proposal about? You put which account it's to and how many tokens. It would do a lot of the little things you'll see that later we just took for granted that the software does a lot of things by adding decimals, by doing all the things that will make the proposal go through versus, well, you'll see the pain later. All right, so here's the, here's, proposed transaction. Usually you would just add this, you would send it, and it would create a transaction I'd sign, and then it would wait for all the other custodians to vote on it. As you can see, kind of stalls out right here. But yeah, those simple features allowed us as a community to distribute funds, get new net members, elect custodians, and yeah, when it worked, we utilized it. You can verify how many times we have used this. Max is just too much of a go-getter, so I think he was a little bit quicker on the draw and took more initiative to reach out to the community and ask the people in the weekly meeting what they wanted to propose. So he did a lot of heavy lifting of initially doing the proposals. So a good test to see, usually I'd be able to go into DAX software and I'd be able to see all the proposals that are through. Unfortunately, they no longer exist here, but this is blockchain. We do have a record, and in blocks, you can probably go down to Max's account.
Oh,
where
there's
are you?
Maxi.
Okay, so you can just see, maybe you made some other multi-sigs, Max, but most of them I would say are 99% are through KROWN. And he has a list of all the proposals, that went, that he proposed. And then you have to understand, out of these 57 multisigs, it would take a lot of times, there was different thresholds of how many of our 11 custodians needed to sign the proposal. And the thresholds were minimum, medium, and high. For a lot of these, it was the medium of 7 out of 11 to sign the proposal. So you can see how much, how this automated the work, but it still needed those custodians to come up and press a button to pass these proposals. So it didn't have it didn't have any notifications, you know what I mean? So if there were just to be additions to the software, the human effort for us to reach out to custodians and twist their arm to pass these proposals took a lot. And it's probably a story for another day, but that was one of the learnings we had as a DAC, that easy to be a custodian wasn't easy. You needed enough tokens to stake, you needed enough votes, you had to be active. But what happens when a custodian disappears or is not active? It was a little bit, we needed more. In our next edition to this, we have it more precise on what an active custodian was, so that if people for one reason or not couldn't be active, that they could be replaced a lot easier.
And I just want to make a note, all the random letters you see on the right are the proposal names. And so it's really hard to even know what the proposals are. Even if you click on one of them, you can't really tell what the proposal is. There might be something in the memo. And these are all proposals that didn't go through. So when a proposal goes through, it actually removes it from the queue and you wouldn't even see it. So that's another thing too. That's why you need a working interface to be able to track proposals that have been executed, because it removes those from the blockchain explorer. There's no record of what has happened when a proposal is executed with on EOS.io.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was trying to find a hack around doing these proposals, and yeah, I started there, and I did assume that these were ones that had passed, but you're right, 57 that haven't passed. You can imagine how many you proposed, right?
Yeah, maybe 70 or something. I don't know. There's been a ton of them, but yeah, these are all ones that either they expire because people they didn't get around to signing them, or they disagreed with them, or whatever. There's a bunch of reasons why they wouldn't pass. A lot of the times the interface would go down and they would just sit there in the pool until someone could manually log in and sign it as well.
That's it. So then I went back and reminded myself of the multi-sig accounts we have where the treasury of KROWN exists. And we separated them into a couple different pools. So one of them is KROWN Engaged, which is a multi-sig account that holds about 20% of KROWN. The other one's a KROWN Dev Fund for developers, and there should be an airdrop account, KROWN Airdrop. So I went into those accounts then to try and find proposals that had passed. And the reason I went that backwards way instead of creating a new proposal is I guess if someone wants the long way of trying to do this proposal from scratch, we could do another video. But I just want to save time and anguish and pain of if I showed you right now of how to make a multi-sig proposal, I would go up into blocks and switch this little multi-sig button over and say who this is to. Let me just bring up my information here really quick. But I'll do this just to show you the start of it. It's valuable, I guess. So you start with a transfer, just like you normally would be transferring tokens. But because you have the multi-sig little toggle switch, right below your account name in the top right here, because that's on, when you press transfer, it brings down all these other fields to make this into a multi-sig. So what I would do here is, where is this coming from? I'd pick one of our accounts. And in this case, it would be KROWN Engaged. And from putting up that KROWN Engaged, let's see if I'm right here. Shoot, it didn't work. Let's see. Well, I'm not sure why that doesn't even pop up. KROWN deck auth, requested approvals. Shoot, usually just showing you that the authorization needed is KROWN Engaged would pull up, Let me try and think why that's not working. I guess I can tell you a few things that haven't worked in the past. The last transaction I tried to do this way took 5 times. So thank you, Custodians, for signing that 5 times. One of the mistakes was I just forgot the 4 decimal places. So whatever token you're sending needs the decimal places in here. Because I'm starting off with my personal account, dphilippi, it usually just would say dphilippi. It thinks that that's where I'm trying to draw the funds from. So now that I put KROWN Engaged, you'd think it would override that and come out with our list of custodians. Maybe I'll just open another window and show you what I'm looking at when I'm talking about this KROWN Engaged page. Or sorry, KROWN Engage account. KROWN Engage account has the keys called KROWN DAC auth. And when I go into KROWN DAC auth, it shows me the list of custodians or accounts for the different levels. So this is what I'm trying to get blocks to bring up when I'm doing a multi-sig. So let's just try it again, maybe.
You try refresh. Yeah, maybe try refreshing the other one.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it should just come right up.
Yeah.
Or try refreshing it now with multisig on. Do you think it would load any different or? It turns it off. Okay, never mind. Yeah, you gotta turn it back on.
Yeah. we'll try one more time. Let's see. Just for people that are wondering why I'm just not sending this to a normal EOS account, we're one of the few EOS tokens that has a bridge multi-chain. This proposal from Joanna was, she only has a Wax account, so she wanted to get KROWN and Wax. So we have a way to do that. We send it to an IBC bridge account, which is IBC TKN token bridge. And then in the memo, I just am able to put her account at Wax. So that's why it looks a little strange here. Usually, if we were sending this to an EOS account, we'd put what the proposal is about in the memo. Okay, cross your fingers here. Okay. This seems right. When I put in the account it's coming from, KROWN Engaged, it automatically down here says that it needs the approvals of KROWN DAC auth. But it's not bringing up that list of our. Usually it'd bring up a whole list of all the people that need to sign. I'll show you one other thing though, down in transaction settings, there is an expiration down here. It usually gives you a week. So if you think it's going to take longer for this to sign, you can change the expiration. That's kind of like this advanced transaction setting. All right, well, no luck on this. Maybe I'll show, this should work.
When you submit the proposal, does it create the transaction?
Yeah, let's see here.
It should show it should populate the users.
Yeah, it doesn't. It just does it as is.
Well, at least you could show them what it looks like when after
Right.
you.
Yeah.
And then go to the proposal. Yeah. So that's the transaction. Oh, see, one requested approval. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's definitely not right. So it should say like 11, right?
11.
Yeah. Well, here.
Well, what I'll do is I'll bring up the last proposal. I had similar issues last time. It took 5 times, like I said. So, but I'll show a little bit of a cheat we can do here. Just 1 second. Okay, so the last proposal we did came out of our main KROWN Engage account. So I'm just going to go to that proposal here. All right, so that one passed. This is the list we were looking for when it's done right, requested approvals. It brings up all the possible candidates, or sorry, custodians. And, you know, it has a signing level that's required of 7 of 11. Once 7 of 11 sign, someone presses execute and the proposal goes through. But you can see right here, there's a little button that says copy. Since, oh, look at that, transaction executed at 4:44:44. That's lucky. Okay, so all you have to do is press copy and it will bring this transaction up, and we can change it and just add Joanna's information. So you can see that, you know, what I was doing before was in right. I was transferring from KROWN Engaged with an active, you know, authorization, was going from KROWN Engaged to this account. and it just would automatically, bring up these custodians. So what I'm going to change here, her proposal is for 10 million KROWN to co-create a book about DAX.
Oh, in the memo, yeah.
Put her wax account in there. All right, so from KROWN engaged to the bridge, decimals are in there. Proposal name. I think we're good.
And then is
do you
the
think
one?
do we need more than a week?
Yeah, give it like a couple weeks.
Yeah, let's do the end of the month.
Yeah. And then there's I noticed it says Crown DAC auth high on there as well at the bottom of the requested.
Ah, right. That's
Do we
weird.
still?
That shouldn't be there.
Yeah. Okay. Those look pretty good. So
Yeah.
yeah, we could have manually added those, but that would have been it should have populated them automatically as well.
Yeah. All right. Cross your fingers. Yay.
Oh, nice. Uh-oh. See. No. Wait, scroll down.
Shoot. This way, this should take us back to this. Oh no.
Uh-oh. Wait,
Well,
scroll down. Oh, wait, on that one, on the proposal, scroll down, try executing it again or proposing it. And then yeah, check on the name. Click the name of it. Or just click on it. It should link to it.
yeah.
No, it has a link on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Awesome. And then you should be able to sign it. Can you show them how to sign it?
You bet. So I should be one of the accounts here. Yeah, D Philippi. I'm logged in with that account. So I'm just going to press approve. Whoops. Yeah, you just press approve.
Yeah, not that easy. Okay.
Okay, there we go. I found that happens a lot. The first time you do it, you have to refresh that screen or it takes you back for some reason. I don't know. I don't get it.
Okay,
But
so I'm gonna see. So that's I1 DB. Yeah, I can't. For some reason, I can't even see the. Like, where's the proposal?
I just copy and paste in the chat for you too.
Okay, I got it. I went to your account and got it. So, cool. I'm gonna go through and approve it as well.
Okay.
And that's the easy part. Like when you. All right, so I signed it as well.
Nice.
So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for how to submit a proposal. And then you can see that we have both approved it. And then when the seventh person signs it, then it can be executed. But it doesn't explicitly state that here. That's just how the smart contract that we're interacting with functions. So you wouldn't know normally. but we know we've done it so many times that essentially that execute button will be available when and if you try executing too soon, it'll shoot an error back to the user. You can see that too. Yeah, failed there. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good pretty good demo.
Yeah, and you can see all the engagements. I guess they were very simple for KROWN, but to get engagement just out of Telegram and tipping and sharing, doing different things to engage in the DAC, bringing people just to that first page to sign up. Like, what does this DAC stand for? We call it fancy a constitution, but it'd be, I guess in techie term, user agreement, or, maybe more hippie term, what are the values of this organization? What's our core beliefs? What are our goals? So that would make people an official member. So, we started this before the day of NFTs. Well, I shouldn't say that. You're looking to a person that made NFTs there, Max, before NFTs were reality. But for the most of us, this was, done before NFTs. Now we could have engagements that if someone, signed up, they, get a member badge or a, passport or something.
Yeah.
But you can see even engagements like, it would have helped us to maybe reward custodians and gamify who signs the transaction first. If there was rewards on the timeliness, rewards for even videos like this, so other people could do it. But yeah, there's a lot of easy interactions we could do just in the existing DAC factory if it was working. But yeah, a lot easier way back when this is working. So yeah, if we could get this going again, I guess this video shows you how to cheat, but like how maybe the second video will show how to set up a multi-signature account, because that was a lot of effort, and the DAC factory made it so simple.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think that pretty much covered it. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, we should do some more videos, and anyone who's a custodian in the future of KROWN, may it live on forever, and other people will be able to execute proposals from this information for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Nice. Go KROWN.
All right. Go KROWN. All right.